Welcome back, everyone. Today we're making a suffering bastard. So I'm gonna add in some gin, some brandy, some mint syrup, some lime, a little bit of bitters with some ice, and then I'm gonna mix it up really good because I refuse to suffer through this drink and any of the future drinks that I make. Then here I added in, of course, a little bit of dye and then some of my ginger soda, and then topped it off with the drink mixture. I also decided I was going to be a little creative, so like cute, top it off with some sugar, and we're ready to go. Hi, welcome to this episode of Boozy Books. Today we're talking about Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. So go ahead and grab your drink and let's start dishing on this book, okay? I'm actually kind of excited to talk about this book. This is one of the first ones that I reviewed that I actually really enjoyed. It was slow, not a lot happened, but a lot happened. Like, it was things that were happening, like, of the heart and mind. So I'm really excited to talk about this book. What I will say, this book, when I looked at the cover, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this book. But I was proven wrong. So this is one of these cases where don't judge the book by its cover. It's actually, to me, it was super cute. I love kind of like wholesome things. So this was super wholesome to me. Like, just two good people falling in love and everything doesn't go right, but it's still good. So I think this kind of falls under the romantasy genre because like there's magic, even though it's the weirdest magic ever. There are gods, and there's romance. So I think that qualifies the story. So we have two people. We have Iris and we have Kit. They're basically like rivals at this newspaper. They are trying to both compete for this like full-time gig. So Iris, she is poor, like poor as fuck. And Kit, he is, sad little rich boy. But he's like new money. He's not old money. So like his dad sometimes forget that they're new money and like he needs to take a back seat and just chill. So anyway, so they're in competition for this gig. Kit ends up getting it, but he got it because of the article that Iris helped him with. So Iris was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. Iris leaves. She's like, you know what, I'm about to go be a war correspondent. And she's doing this because her brother went to war. She hadn't heard from him in months. So baby girl was like, I'm gonna go to war so maybe I can see my brother. Maybe I can figure out what happened to him. So anyways, this whole time, right, while she is like being a rival with Kid and getting ready to go to war, she's like talking to this stranger, like stranger danger, right? And this is where the magic comes in. Like, this is the most useless magic ever, right? She has this typewriter and she has like this, I guess it's like a wardrobe or something. So every time she writes a letter, she like puts it in there and it disappears and it goes to like this random guy that she's been talking to. This reminds me of like the women who are like writing men in jail and like falling in love. Anyway, so we know that it's Kit. She doesn't find that out till later. So anyway, so she goes off to war. She's staying in this safe house with another girl and some other chick. And they're like, talking to the soldiers and all this stuff. And she's like writing letters back to their loved ones. It's actually really sweet. And so Kit, he is like, doing his job. But he's like, fuck, I really love this girl. What am I doing here? So Kit quits. And he's like, I'm going to go be a war correspondent. So he shows up. And Iris is like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, you already took one job. But Kit, just how you know he's like a rich kid, because Kit don't listen. Anyways, Kit shows up and he like doesn't know shit. So he shows up like in the middle of like some siren or whatever. So Iris has to go out there and save his ass because again, Kit don't know what the fuck's going on. So Iris saves Kit's ass and then they're just there, doing their job or whatever. Then Iris gets to go to the front lines. But Kit was like, oh, I'm going with you. Not to mention this whole time, they're still like writing letters and stuff, right? So Kit goes to the front line with her and she was just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, why is he following? Why are you so obsessed with me? But no, so again, Kit, sweetheart, but just
not useless, not dumb, maybe naive. So they're in the front line. Kit gets injured. He like gets some shrapnel. So now he got a bomb ass leg, right? They gotta go back to the safe house. So they're at the safe house and they're still talking, like falling in love, all this bullshit. So she has like this letter from Stranger Danger, and she's falling in love with Kit. So she's in love with Stranger Danger and Kit, who are the same person. And she is just like what is going on? Like, I need to pick and choose. Like, I don't know. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, come to find out, she finds out that it's Kit. I think she like reads some letter that Stranger Danger wrote, and she saw a word that Kit had asked her about, and then I think something about the typewriter. Somehow she finds out that it's him. So they're like, you know what? We're in the middle of fucking war. Why don't we get married? Cool, that's like a great idea. Also, they're like really young, like 18, 19, whatever. Also, they're virgins. I love that because I'm just like, Kit isn't like 35 and she's like 19. Like, they are just so innocent and pure. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so they get married. Then, like, some lady comes to town, like, rushes through town, like, all hell's breaking loose. Come to find out, it's, you know how they stay in the safe house? So there's a lady who owns the safe house. Her name is Marisol. It's her wife. And so they have been wondering, like, what the fuck's going on with her wife? Like, Marisol is always being a little sketch about her wife. Anyways, her wife is like a colonel or something. She's like high up in the military or whatever. Did I mention that there's a war going on? Okay, the war is kind of central to the story. So let me back up, because to me this war is dumb as fuck. I don't get it. But also, maybe I zoned out at some point. This war is between like two gods. So there's a god that I think we don't like, and there's a god that I think we like. How this whole war started, I don't even fucking know. All I remember is like there are like some mythologies or whatever in the story. And so I think like one god wanted the other god to like come be his wife, and she was like, why would I do that? Like, nah, bruh. And he was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna kill all these people. And she was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna put you to sleep for like 100 years or some bullshit like that. I don't know. Maybe they woke up and now they're at war. My question is, you a whole ass god. You are immortal. Why am I in it? Why am I fighting your battles? Yes, humans are in the battle fighting, and the guy has like some ghost hound dogs and some flying beasts and all kinds of shit. And then you got humans with like their little pew pews and their little boom booms. And what this got to do with us? Handle this yourself. The wife, she returns, right, to Marisol. And she's like, hey, y'all gotta go because the bad guys, and I'm doing in quotations because like I think I know who's the bad guy, but I'm not 100% sure, because you know sometimes villains, sometimes they make good points. So she's like, y'all gotta go because they about to take this city, and once they take this city, like, it ain't shit I can do for y'all. Marisol, love her. Marisol's like, I've lived a whole life, like, I'm staying here to be with you, so if we die, we die. And she's like, Kit and Iris, y'all should leave, like, y'all are young love. And Iris is like, bitch, you 33. This whole time I'm listening, I'm thinking Marisol's like in her 60s. Marisol, I'm older than Marisol. Bitch, if you don't leave, you got a whole life ahead of you. Anyways, also, Marisol's wife like has a letter for Iris, which is about her brother, who she had heard from like, I don't know, months at this point, which is why she's even here. Come to find out, his brother is like in some unit that's not far away. So Marisol was like, well, I guess I'm gonna stay because my brother's nearby. Which I guess like, good for you, girl. But I'd be like, see you after the war, bro. Like, why am I putting my life at risk like this? So since Marisol's staying, Kit's staying. Don't forget, Kit has a bum ass leg, right? So anyways, they stay. The enemy side takes over the city. Kit and Iris get separated. And then like some guy finds Iris and he has a mask on, and he has a mask for her. So she's assuming that it's Kit. And this guy is like going, like he is running, like sprinting. And it took her like forever to realize, like, wait a minute, Kit. You were over here like basically on crutches 5 seconds ago. Like, how are you running? Come to find out, it's not Kit. She like looks back and she sees Kit hobbling, trying to get her. Kit is so sweet, hobbling, trying to save her. She's like, who the fuck is this? Come to find out, it's her brother. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta go save my man. You gotta save my husband, you know? And he's like, no. And she's like, but that's my man, my man, my man. And he was like, no, I can't do that. I came here for you. Like, you fam, he not. In the club, apparently, they not all fam, right? So, anyway, they escape. And she's like, look, you need to go back and get my husband, or like, I'll never speak to you again. So they like go back to where he was. And they see that he's not there. They see like blood in like a circle or something. And her brother's like, he's not here. We not gonna find him here. We gotta go. And she's like, how the fuck you know that? And she's like, trust me, I know. So now they're trying to go back to where they're from. And the whole journey, she's like, something weird. Like, he's like avoiding like Rose. Like, he's not talking about certain things. She's like, something ain't right here. So she sees these wounds and she's like, you didn't have these wounds when I saw you, so like, why are they bleeding? And also, these wounds look fucking old, so why are they bleeding? And then she was looking again, and she was like, wait a minute, these are fatal wounds. Like, how did you survive this? And so basically, he was like, yeah, I got injured. I was on the brink of death, and the God we not supposed to like, somehow came through before he died and like saved him. And since he saved him, he has to fight for him. So her brother is the op, essentially. But he's a deserter. Basically, both of their asses deserters, right? So then she's just like, what? And he was like, that's how I knew like we weren't gonna find your man, because the same thing that happened to me happened to him. Basically, that's like the end of the story, right? But then there's like an epilogue, because there's always an epilogue. And now we see this guy. He is like walking into the city. He like, ooh, I got they asses. Like, he feeling himself, right? But then he comes across Kid. Then he was like, he got 1 minute and 45 seconds to live. I don't know why, but I laughed out loud, because I'm just like, did you need to say this? I don't know. It was just funny, because he was like, bitch, you about to die, so let me just go ahead and save you. So he saves him. And now that he saved Kid is gonna have to like, you know, fight for him. And that's like the end, I think. Anyways, so I enjoyed this story. And let me tell you why. Like, I know I just said like a bunch of nothing, like not much happened. But let me tell you, the letters that they wrote, I just thought they were just so cute. And I'm a letter girly. Like, if I am dating a guy, I am writing you love letters. I just think it's so cute. And it takes time and effort to take out the paper, the pen, to write legibly, to send it, to kiss it, to spray perfume, whatever the fuck it is that you're trying to do, right? Like, that takes effort. And for me, that is just such like a great sign of like, I care about you, I'm interested in you. So I love that aspect of it. I basically love that this is like a love story with a side of war. Also, the war definitely gave me like World War II vibes. So that made me feel something. I don't know, like, it helped me to understand, I guess, like the gravity of the situation, the gravity of war, because there's so many like World War II documentaries out there, and just like how it was described, it put me in that mindset. So it definitely made me feel like there was, even though it was a slow burn, like there was an urgency to their love. And like I said before, I just love that they were both virgins, they were both innocent, and they were both seemingly good people. Like, even though Kit seemed like a little bit of a do-boss, like, he still was a good guy at the end of the day. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to read the second book. But as I sometimes do, I went and read the reviews. People loved the first book, so I felt good. I was like, I'm not a minority here. But when it came to the second book, so many negative reviews. So I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna read the second book. Basically, someone said that book could have been an email. Actually, it could have just been a text message. Like, it's not worth it. Don't waste your time. Just like, literally, they were just saying, just read the first book as a standalone and call it a day. So I'm probably not gonna read the second book. And because of that, this is how their story ends, right? So Kit has to go fight for this guy that we not fucking with. So Iris and her brother, they're gonna team up with the guy that I guess we are fucking with, and they're gonna go through like a bunch of trials to try to save Kit. Kit's gonna have to do like some fucked up shit, but Iris is gonna forgive him. They're gonna defeat the guy that we don't like, and they're gonna move away and have like a quiet life in the family, and they're gonna have the little typewriters, and they're gonna like write novels or maybe new myths or something, and then they're gonna, you know, die of old age and pass down their magical typewriters, which again, most useless magic ever, but whatever. And that's it. That's the end. That's how it goes. I could be way off, but in my mind, in my world, that's how the story ends. I'm gonna give this 4 golden typewriters. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a lot going on, but I didn't need a lot. The love story was enough for me. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Join me here next week when we go over whatever it is that we go over. But whatever it is, it's definitely gonna be a book worth sipping over.